Alrighty, time for another edition of Science Sunday here at the Connecticut Science Center in our capital city, joined by Aoife Ryle.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we're talking illusions today.
Yes,
All
so
right.
in honor of our new exhibit, Forest of Illusions, I wanted to play around with a little illusion that's actually a little more common than you might think.
Okay.
It's called moire patterns.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So we can kind of look at the way it works here. So I have these two patterns here. They're the exact same thing, right? They're just circles, the same thing over here. They're both on transparent sheets, so we have two patterns, but when we overlay them, your brain actually creates a third pattern. Can you see that?
I can.
That movement there?
It's very cool.
Yeah. And so, Mark, this actually affects you
It does.
in a way with what you wear on TV.
You have to be very mindful of patterns because of how they're perceived by the camera and because of the movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those really fine patterns like houndstooth, things like that will kind of create this. So maybe you've seen this before with someone wearing like a houndstooth suit. And so we can actually use this to also model like interference patterns of light. But let's see, I can do it with another one.
So we start with circles.
Yeah, I have these cool, these are just squares.
Okay.
So again, same thing on the second one, but when we start to move it, your brain is taking those two patterns and looking at where the light and the dark kind of overlap and creating this third pattern. And so we see that motion there. So that third pattern is all in your brain.
Yeah.
All in your head.
Kind of mesmerizing.
Yeah. And I can do maybe one more here just with some lines. So again, very simple, repeating small pattern. And then we have the same thing here. And as we move them in relation to each other.
Kind of rotating. And then even just kind of going up and down.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Yeah.
So this actually, you could overlay like a horse and make it gallop in this way too, using a moire pattern. So super cool illusion that kind of tricks your brain. It relies on our ability to find patterns in things, and kind of our brains need to find patterns in things. So we're manipulating that a little bit with this.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned at the top of the segment, this ties in perfectly to your newest exhibition space in the traveling gallery, Forest of Illusions.
Yes, and so this one we created all in-house. It's this exploration of light. So we look at different colors of light, infrared, UV light. We have a whole UV cave. We have a whole bunch of illusions. And so this actually we'll be doing as kind of a public program that you can come and engage with yourself on certain days. So lots of fun with light and illusions.
And kudos to the Science Center, because the traveling exhibition space normally is home to traveling exhibits that kind of move around from Science Center or museum to museum.
Yes.
So this is homegrown. You guys made this yourselves.
Yeah, first one we've actually
neat.
ever made completely ourselves. We're very excited to share it with everyone.
Awesome.
So
Well,
come check it out.
congratulations to everyone
Thank
who worked
you.
so hard.
Yeah.
So that's included with general admission.
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Aoife, thank you so much. And of course, we'll see you for another edition of Science Sunday next weekend.